In today's video, I will be giving you the realest relationship advice you will ever hear. I record these videos because I'm not your average YouTuber. If you know me, you know that. My name is Siege, and I made a name for myself, and I'm him. Him Duncan, Timothy, all that, all of the above. I'm Siege. Feel me? I've been through it all. I've done it all. You want to do that? I did it. You want to go there? I've been there. I'm him. I kind of dragged it. I haven't been everywhere, have I? But I've lived life a bit, feel me? More than your average 30-year-old man type shit. So, not saying I know it all, but I know it. I've been through the game a bit, feel me? I know my way around, you could say, especially when it comes to women. I haven't experienced crazy amount of life, but when it comes to the woman part, city boys up. That's all I'm gonna say, feel me? City boys up. Alright, let's get straight into this, because you clicked on this video because you want to learn something and you want to have a relationship. You tired of sleeping around with these whores. You tired of not getting girls, downloading Tinder, Bumble, all that, and not getting a response back. Because you don't got your life together. And you are not in the right mindset. So, that's what I'm here for. If you're new to the channel, my name is Siege. I post bangers and spit facts only. Make sure you subscribe. And just comment down below if you have any questions or something that you learned throughout this video. Today's world, relationships are failing more than ever. Failed marriages are going through the roof. Everyone is divorcing, and it's not for no reason. And for the ones that do stick through, the woman doesn't respect the man 90% of the time, and she gets no sexual attraction from the guy. Alright? He's a wimp, he's a bum. No respect, zero respect. She's there because she has no other option. She's already 40, 2 kids, whatever it is. She's just another day, same routine. She's tired of it. You don't want a relationship like that. You know how y'all girls be saying like, oh, I want a best friend, this and that. You want some type of emotion going on through the relationship, back and forth. You don't want the same routine every day. Work, cook, clean, watch the kid, this and that. No, you gotta spice it up here and there. But these relationships aren't like that, and you see it. You're with them because you love them, but you don't like them. I guess you could say. There's no. I understand too, there's like a honeymoon phase, all that, it's like at the beginning, it's never gonna be like that after 10 years. But still, you don't want it to just be like, yeah, we kind of just like adapted to each other, and now it's just like, that's life. Nah, that's a dub. Leave that to the NPCs, the regulars. Us, we chasing something different, something unique, something very powerful. And now we also live in a world where hookup culture is the new norm. No one wants to have kids. Everyone wants to travel. No one wants to start a family. It's a scary world we live in. And I feel like it's not talked about enough at all. How many YouTubers do you know that talk about stuff like this? Or not even YouTubers, anyone, influencers, big influencers, rappers, celebrity, all that stuff. It's not talked about. Everyone is in it just for the short-term pleasure, money, get rich, travel, shop, designer, watches, this and that. Where's the families? Where the kids at? Where the 2-parent households? Feel me? Not Nick Cannon having 12 kids with 12 different baby mamas, or young boy having, feel me? Like, nah, that's not what I'm talking about. Alright, having kids, yeah, you're having kids, good, but you're paying child support there, and they might have a cool life, but I don't care how much money I give my kid, it's not gonna be the same if I'm there in his life. Women just want to shop and travel, and men just want to shop and sleep with whores. That's where we're at in life right now. And it's weird. Because it was never like this. Now you have men complaining that women are mad masculine, they're strong, independent. Then you got the woman complaining that these guys are all wimps, very feminine, painting their nails. And it's very accepted and it's pushed. I don't know if you see, like, I'm not trying to get into conspiracy theories now, but like the agenda, it's like, we accept you, like, it's cool to get in touch with your feminine, but there's a degree, feel me? We both genders have a masculine and feminine trait, we have both. And it's crazy to me because this country hasn't been around for too long, and we started off having a very traditional household where the man goes to work, he's the leader, the woman follows, stays at home. And then starting up around the 60s, hippies, all that, guys started letting their hair grow out, wearing rainbows, this and that, getting in touch with their feminine, which there's nothing wrong with, but to a certain degree. And then on the other hand, you got women starting to now be more independent, a bit more masculine, smoking, this and that. And now we've reached a point where it's completely opposite. Men are women, women are men. It's completely opposite. And it's just crazy to have, I guess, seen it all. And not obviously seen it all because I wasn't alive, but just reading about it, watching videos about it, on just how fast it's slowly been changing and how the agenda's been pushing to make women more masculine and men more feminine. Again, something that's really not talked about. I feel like it just happened like that. People really didn't notice, and it's just accepted, you know? It's really accepted. Even though many people complain about it, long term, right now, it's like people are just having fun, like do what you want, but I don't know. And not for nothing, I would call myself a more red-pilled and having conservative beliefs than being blue-pilled. But nowadays, I watch so much red-pilled videos and obviously blue-pilled just to get both point of views, because that's what I honestly enjoy doing. Why people think like that, and then why the other people think like that, you know, for what reason. I just look at the red pill and I cringe. It's so corny to me to a degree. I agree with maybe say 75-80% of what they preach, but the other 20%, 25%, I cringe. You know, it's real life funny on how they devalue women so much. And I'm not saying this for the female viewers that are watching this video to try to get you out of sub or hit me up, be like, oh, thank you for standing up for women, whatever. No, that's not the point. I don't care about y'all. Just kidding. I mainly bring this up because there's not many people talking about the gray area. You know, same thing like Democrats, Republicans. It's either you're blue or you're red. There is no gray area. You kind of believe stuff from there, kind of believe stuff from that. No, you're put in a box automatically. Same thing with this red pill, blue pill. Either you're for feminism, woman empowerment, queen, this and that, tri, pan, bisexual, lob, whatever, 2 plus minus Q, that, or you're for top G type of Andrew Tate, having 4 wives, partying, Miami. The girl is a follower, she can't go out. What else? That type of view, concept of the world. I feel like they're both wrong in a sense, completely, and there should be a gray area. Because nowadays, all the red pill guys, there's so many guys that just say, it goes both ways again. But there's so many men. I'm talking about men because 85% of the people that watch my content are men, and because 90% of the problems in this world are because of men. And people don't realize that or talk about it. They just, women blame men, men blame women, and it's just nothing gets solved at all. Men literally complain, I can't find the right girl, like they're just all whores, they're all trying to be independent, they're very masculine, they talk back. But why do they do that? And when you really think about it, it's because men, other men, weak men, women don't want to be like that. They naturally want to be feminine and take care of their families, but they can't do that. How are they going to do that if every guy that comes up to them, they could literally sense that they just want to sleep with them and they live with their parents? Like, you could get that off of a guy and see his intentions. Maybe not every time, but you could tell when a guy's just thirsty. And 90% of y'all are just thirsty. Y'all have no play, no game, no riz, none of that. Y'all just look like thirsty ass uncles at the club trying to talk to these little girls. That's how you look like, for real. And yeah, it's very easy. These women are becoming like men because they have to step up, because y'all don't. Their natural instinct is to take care of themselves and their family and their kids, their future kids, this and that. But how are they gonna do that if there's no men that they can follow? You gotta have men first to lead for the woman to follow. Very simple. But you guys don't want to step up. Y'all want to live at home, be a bum, play video games, and have a girl that's just gonna listen to you right there on the couch giving you food. It doesn't work like that. It never will and never has. It does not work like that. Same way how these girls complain about these guys just want to sleep with me, this and that. What guys want to sleep with you? Where do you spend 80% of your time? In the club, on the yachts, outside, in those cold ass streets. Obviously those guys are just gonna want to sleep with you. You looking in the wrong places. It's the same thing. It goes both ways. Again, both of these people just lack common logic, common sense. Another thing, why are there so many single moms that everyone tries to make fun of? Guys try to sleep with MILFs, this and that. Why? Because of men. Sex is a very powerful thing that weak men suffer with. A lot of y'all are virgins or don't get laid. So y'all thirsty again. So many times if a guy has the opportunity to have sex, they'll take it by all means. A guy would literally walk out on his family just to get a quick dopamine rush and feel that good sensation of sleeping with a whore and risk losing his family for a nobody that he doesn't even care about. But then that's another thing. These single moms, they're just as bad because you picked the guy. You literally picked the guy and you got to take accountability for that. Yeah, I understand guys do make everything perfect, paint the perfect picture at the beginning, you know. Those first months, again, he tries everything he does to make you fall in love with him, manipulate you. But to a degree, you can't be that dumb and see the flags, you know, see the signs like, nah, like this guy really isn't like geeked over me, in love with me. Like, you just gotta know you're a big girl. Same way a guy should know that this girl is not going to take all of his money after a year or just leave him. She's not a gold digger, this and that. Again, both ways. We're grown people and you gotta see the clues, and they're out there. You just gotta look. You can't be that blind. And I understand the red pill, what they talk and preach about, it's different. As a high value man, you have more options. You can go sleep with someone else and the woman will stay most of the time. Why? Because you're a high value man. You're taking care of her. Why is she just gonna go out and try to find another guy if they're just gonna do the same thing and she's not gonna get taken care of? So I do understand that, but I feel like the red pill just gets a lot of these guys thinking that they're like, yeah, and they aren't. 95% of y'all watching this will never be rich. And that's including me. And that doesn't necessarily mean we have to give up. I'm just being realistic because I feel like the red pill doesn't talk about that. They preach a message to the 1% of viewers watching those videos. And that should just make you more hungry to want to be on that level. Not necessarily to do those things, but to have the option to do those things. I've always said this, there's a high value man where he could sleep with anyone he wants, but there's a higher value man where he could sleep with anyone he wants, but chooses not to. You must have options in this world as a man to truly be successful and to truly make the right decisions. You don't want to be desperate and marry a girl just because that is the only girl that wants you. You want to marry that girl because you chose her and you like her for who she is. And it doesn't take sleeping with 50 girls to know which one is the right one. I can tell you who's a whore and who isn't by just looking at them, talking to them for 5 minutes. And that's something, again, that the red pill preaches. Not everyone, of course, but you have to sleep with a lot of girls to know who's good and who's bad. No, it really doesn't. It takes common sense to know who's for the streets and who isn't. By having a clear conversation. Very simple. And again, a lot of the red pill is those guys in Miami. Bro, look at your surroundings. Yes, a lot of the girls are bad. And yes, a lot of the guys are bad. But you're putting yourself in those predicaments. And the rest of the world is not like that. But you're preaching that to the rest of the world. Feel me? Miami's a very unique place. It's not your regular city. Feel me? That's a different lifestyle out there. So yeah, you're gonna see some different lifestyle stuff. And I know this is gonna be a pretty long video, but if you're still sticking around watching this, I know you have bigger goals and you have good intentions. You wanna have that perfect household. You have big goals, bro. I know you do. Because you're watching this and you wanna listen to what I gotta say. And I would be doing the same thing. I don't watch those 5-second TikTok videos talk about, no, I really enjoy watching longer content. But I try to make my videos short because nowadays that's not what really gets views. And my channel isn't big enough where I can just post 2-hour, 1-hour conversations. Because I would love to talk to y'all for 2 hours, 1 hour, this and that. But I just can't yet because I have to attract the audience. So this is going to be a longer video, which I really do hope for the people watching this. Try to share my message basically. Share this with people you know that people might be going through it, or people that you know, that your friends that you surround yourself with that have similar interests in what I preach. And I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about sexual polarity. If you don't know what that is, it is basically the force of passion that arcs between masculine and feminine energy. So it's two poles that are opposite of each other that connect like a magnetic field, like you could say north-south pole. They connect together in the middle and create this perfect relationship between you and your partner. And I say you and your partner because this can go for any heterosexual, homosexual relationship. Even though I do and I always have believed that the perfect household relationship to start a family is a masculine man that leads and a follower, which is a woman and her feminine. However, this can go for 2 guys and 2 girls. Whatever y'all do, I don't judge when it comes to that. I just judge when it comes to the QT plus minus plus times 2. It's a bit delusional. That's a mental issue already that we don't have to talk much about in this video. I don't care if I get canceled. I don't care if you don't like me for saying that. Get out of here, please, and thank you. And breaking that down, that basically just means the yin and yang of a relationship. There has to be balance. One has to be masculine, the other one has to be feminine for it to work properly. You can't have 50-50, which sounds perfect. I wish it could be like, I personally don't wish like it could be like that, but in a perfect world, everything would be 50-50, you know? Y'all both pay the bills, y'all both have the same respect, but it just doesn't work like that. A girl will not respect you if she makes more than you or the same amount as you. That's how this world is. It's a bit cruel for the guy, but I wouldn't change it for anything. As a man, I believe we have it way harder than any female in today's world, but I would never switch roles and want to be a female because I know the possibilities are endless as being a guy. Even though it's way harder, way more obstacles, way more challenges, don't care, give it to me. Give it to me. I'm hungry. I'll take all that and I'm gonna rule the world. Straight like that. I know I will. I really wanted to break all that down for y'all so y'all can kind of see what's going on. I don't know how in tune y'all are with all of what I basically just said, but I wanted to give y'all a bit of breakdown. And now I'm kind of just gonna get into my personal life, my type of perfect image of a female, this and that. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a kind of longer video and just talk to y'all a bit what y'all really deserve and what you guys should really strive for. And everything I talk about is out of experience. I've done a lot throughout the years that I've been on this earth. Probably shit that you can't even fathom. Like, bro, what? Like, how? Type shit. Like, I've been through a lot. I probably have some story times here and there. And I might talk about some of the stuff that I have done throughout my past. Because honestly, it's been some crazy times. Not gonna lie. Some crazy times that I don't even believe sometimes after. I'm just like, that's crazy. Feel me? But I've lived through a lot of that and it's really opened my eyes. And as a guy, I personally believe that you have to have a good amount of experience with girls to finally try to settle down. Don't settle down because this girl you think is really hot, this and that, and no one else wants to talk to you, and like, but she really understands you, and like you really think she likes you, and like you guys really text like all day, and you just have no one else, and you think you're gonna lose her if you don't settle down now, so you're just gonna make her your girlfriend, so you're gonna ask her out a week talking to her because like you're scared she's gonna leave. Don't be like that. Please do not be like that. If she wants you, she'll be there. She'll stay. Don't chase women at all. Don't ever chase women. Okay? You gotta build yourself. I promise you, the woman will come. It's really a game. You gotta work, and then one day, once you make it, you attract these girls and these good type of girls. Probably not all of them at first. There's definitely another level to that too. You're gonna make it, and you're gonna attract just all sorts of girls. You know, girls are gonna use you. Girls are actually interested in you, and it's your job to just kind of not talk to all of them, but experience a bit of everything. Not crazy. You don't have to sleep with them. Again, you do not have to sleep with the girl to know the type of person she is. And that might sound crazy to people, but it's true. You really don't. Even though, obviously, I'm talking to you out of experience because I have slept with people. You gotta have options. And it sounds crazy, but you really gotta have options as a guy, because if you don't have options, you're just gonna be that desperate guy that just got into a relationship because he had no other choice. You know, he just didn't want to be alone, so he just got with her. But they really don't have much in common. They don't really have much to talk about. She isn't really that sexually attracted to him, and like, well, for him, he can't really get nothing out, so he enjoys the sex. You know, it's cool, but that's it. There's no chemistry, and you know, that's really the worst. When you're with someone, there's no chemistry. And I've been in a couple relationships like that, and obviously it's young relationships, like you think is love, but it probably really isn't love. So I guess I could say that I've been in love, but I didn't know what love is, so take it by that, if that makes sense. I would just be with people and really not have that much in common with them. I just enjoyed their presence, or I enjoyed having someone there. And you definitely grow out of that, you know, over time you grow out of that. You see like, bro, like, it's not worth it, you know, it's not worth you wasting your time and energy. As much as like it's fun when you guys are together, but long term, it's like you guys really don't have the same type of beliefs. You guys really don't really agree on much. You guys really can't talk about stuff. It's just fun when you guys sleep together and when you guys go on little dates, go out to eat, you know. It's much more deeper than that, you know, because or when you're with someone just because they look good, you know? We're not always gonna look this good. And saying 40 years, what? The only thing that had you with me was sexual attraction. So now what? I don't look good anymore, and you don't like anything about me because we never had anything in common. I really gotten really picky with the type of woman I want in my life, because I'm not settling for nothing. I sound like those period queen girls now, but I'm not gonna settle for less at all. I will not settle for less. I am not marrying a girl that I met at the club. I'm not marrying a girl that found me off of Instagram DMs. Like, that's a kind of a drag, but if you got like 1,000, like 2K followers, like, probably not marrying you. And that might sound like misogynist, crazy, but for real, like, I don't know. I don't like that from a girl. I don't. None of that. And that's my personal preference. Same way I want a guy that's 6 foot making 100K that isn't a bum. I don't want a girl that's all over the internet showing her body and lives in the streets. Very simple. If you can have those preferences, why can't I have mine? It's not misogynistic. Very simple. Y'all just retarded. I've gotten very picky because before I wasn't picky at all. And I did make the mistake of getting into relationships with people that I would just meet at a party, or if we had a mutual friend, stuff like that. And it made me really think and take a step back and really realize that none of my relationships were really pure and just like out of just having a connection with someone, you know, just like meeting someone at the supermarket, talking to them, getting to know them, really like having a lot in common with them, starting to like them over time. It was really just like we hooked up one night, blah blah, started talking the next week, and then boom, we're together. Not all my relationships, but definitely a couple. And now I look back at it and like, that's not real love, that's not real chemistry, that's not real anything, you know? And probably based off just the looks. You liked how I looked, I like how you looked, and that's it, you know? And that's really degenerate thinking. And I believe you do have to go through that, but you don't have to go through it as many times as I did. That's what I'm here for, to kind of explain to you guys, like, yeah, go have your fun, go out, have your fun. I'm not saying don't sleep with anyone, wait till marriage, wait till you find the perfect girl. Nah, you gotta know girls, you know? A guy must know how a girl thinks, why they think like that, and the only way you're gonna get that is out of experience. I could tell you, but you gotta experience it for yourself. They're very emotional creatures, and you have to be emotional those times when you talk to them, when they come to you for problems. Because that's another thing. The red pill preaches like, oh, girls are just emotional, like men are just like always trying to solve the problem, and we're very logical. Yes, we're very logical, they're very emotional, but to some degree we both have masculine and feminine traits. And when a girl comes to you emotionally, I'm not going to answer her logically, because she just like she doesn't care. She doesn't want that logical, because if she wanted that logical, she would go speak to other guy. She wants you to answer emotionally. You know, not cry with her, but have some type of emotion behind what you say. But to them, no, that's simping. That's like you're weak. You're going down to her level. No, bro, it really doesn't. Like, those relationships are weird. If it seems like a business partner to me, the way they speak about it. You know, like, you can't have an emotional connection with your girl because she's gonna see you as weak because you're in tune with your emotions. Like, that's kind of wild to me. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna cry in front of my girl, but yes, I will talk to her I will explain to her in an emotional sense so that she can understand. If I explain it to her in a logical way, it's just, she won't, most of the time she probably won't even understand. She'll just, okay. Or she just won't come to me after a while when she has a problem or something, because she just knows what I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna like try to solve her math problem in a sense, and she doesn't want that. She wants you to really talk to her, ask her this and that, be just more emotional, bro, for real. It might sound weak to some people. If that sounds weak, then fuck you. But yeah, over time I've set very high standards for the woman of my kids, the person I will marry very soon, because also that's another thing. I see getting married, having kids very soon in my life, not gonna lie. I don't want to wait too long, because that's basically, I feel like that's your main purpose on this earth, to have as many kids as you can. Not, I dragged it. I sound like I'm gonna have 12 kids. But yeah, I feel like we were put on this earth for a purpose, and that is to reproduce and leave a legacy with your last name. And if you're not doing that, then you're just a waste. There's just no point of living if you're just, I don't know, just living a degenerate lifestyle, you know, hooking up, not doing anything beneficial to this world. I really do want to get married. I really do want to have a family. I really do want to be a leader and take care of all my family. That's the goal in life. That really is the goal in life. It really just pushes me like time is ticking, bro. If you really have these dreams and goals, then your time is really ticking. Feel me? Like, those years are coming up real soon. Feel me? Like, it's the red pill got more time. You know, these guys that want to become successful get married with a fresh 18-year-old because she has no body, she's a virgin, working at Starbucks at 40 years old, have a kid with her. That's not it for me. That's not. I'm not going to be 40 with money looking for a fresh 18-year-old because she's going to be beautiful, this and that. And the same thing when these guys say like, oh, we don't care about like her education or like her hobbies, this and that. That is the most dumbest thing I've probably ever heard, because that is simply not true. As an average person, not saying, oh, that made me just like sound like I'm calling myself average, but I mean, like, obviously I'm average, like middle class, this and that, not average as in like mindset, you know what I mean. We marry in the same type of economic status, either it's like same school, same job, same neighborhood, but these guys try to say like, oh yeah, these millionaires are getting with like 18-year-old girls, we don't care if she's working at Starbucks. That's a lie, because all these millionaires date other millionaires, basically. You know, these politicians, these big celebrities, like look at what Jeff Bezos just got married to like a 42-year-old. People were clowning him, whatever, because she wasn't young. I understand the whole thing behind it, like she can't have kids, this and that, but I don't want to be with someone that I can't even make, like, from a whole other generation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a grown ass guy that's gonna be talking to an 18-year-old girl about what? About what? You know what I mean? So that's a bit wild to me. But what was I saying before that? I definitely got off topic. I apologize for that. But yeah, I had to hear that little rant. And if you agree, I mean, I don't see how people wouldn't agree with that. Just finding someone that's very similar, like age-wise, financially wise, all that, you know. You guys can make the same thing. That doesn't mean that you guys are gonna go 50-50. Feel me? In a perfect household and in my household, it would be 70-30. I would be contributing 70% of everything into our relationship, into our family, while the woman 30%. You know, that's cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids. She could work if she wants to work, not because she has to work to pay the bills, just to give her something to do if she wants to. And that for me is the perfect relationship. You know, you lead, she listens. If she is better in that certain subject or whatever it is, she probably knows more about like a certain situation, I'll listen to her, not like, oh, I know it all, you know. I really just wanted to break all that down for y'all, to give y'all a bit more in depth. I know I really didn't talk about my personal experience, because those story times are for later, maybe here and there, but I just want to kind of give you guys my perspective on the world and how a perfect relationship should be and what you should strive for. You should strive to bust your ass so that you can get to a level where you have options and you can choose the perfect girl for you. You know, if that's a very masculine, you want a CEO boss type of girl that's very into business, go ahead, do that. But if you want a girl that comes from a religious background, that is very innocent, smart, this and that, go get that, bro. Go get that, you know. But don't settle because you have to. That's the worst thing you could do as a man, because a female would take advantage of that, you know. They're not dumb. If they know that you have no other options, you're going to go through a lot of stuff and manipulation. They're going to put you through stuff because they know that you can't go anywhere. Same thing, a lot of guys do that to girls, and it's wrong, you know. It shouldn't be like that, you know. A lot of times these millionaires treat these girls, the young girls, however they want to get treated, because they know that I'm providing for you and you have no one else to go to. So either you deal with it or you leave. Most of the time they're going to deal with it, even though they're not genuinely happy, and they're not going to be genuinely happy for the rest of their lives. But that everyone is grown, they got to make their own decisions in life. And yeah, all I could do is just try to spread my message more and more, speak to you guys and speak to you women that enjoy hearing a guy's perspective. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and just give me other topics that you guys maybe want to hear me talk about. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, peace, gang.